I can tell. It looks like all 3 towers have been successfully taken care of. The evacuation is now going much more quickly, thanks to the improved environmental conditions. Most of the soldiers have gotten out, but it seems like something happened that I hadn't foreseen. Please, come with me.
Ồ mẹ, bắn đi lên trời nè. Nhớ cái đây có cái tiệm tele mà. Không, không có.
Logically speaking, all of Enkanomiya should be back to normal by now. Unfortunately, this place has now become the most dangerous of all. I don't know why this is happening or what to do about it. But what I can tell you is the location of the guy behind all of this. I'm going to have to ask you to confront him and make him reveal his whole plan.
How did this happen?
I've been observing the flow of the darkness, and I noticed something peculiar. There was a faint vortex continuously absorbing the darkness. I can only assume that the flow must be triggered by his need for abyssal energy. He's extremely dangerous. Even most bishops would be no match for him. Music to my ears. Thank you. If I have deduced correctly, he should be in the library area right now.
Rồi, lúc dẹp đòn mấy thằng tép riêu rồi. Này hệ quả nha, xài con hệ nước. Hệ nước mới cắt đường này.
We can do this.
Oh, hey. I would say this is a nice surprise, but it's really not that surprising. Look at you, venturing out into the darkness, doggedly fighting your way through just to come and see me. You're the only person I can think of who could actually pull that off. Still, what's with you joining forces with them? Didn't expect that.
You're just trying to stall for time with small talk again.
Huh. I guess maybe you're not so clued up after all. Look, I understand that seeing me has gotten you a little agitated, but frankly, the fact that you're still so fired up and raring to go after the long journey here is a bit of a problem for me. So, let's burn off that excess energy with a little exercise, huh? Just to calm you down enough to hear me out. From the ashes.
Let the show begin.
There is no escape. Vengeance will be mine.
How brightly burns the truth!
Người đánh đang gãy ngứa rồi. Phải cục này.
Let's dance.
Stop! Oh, my life is flashing before my eyes. That woman with the slender pupils, what does she call herself?
Huh? How do you know about her?
Her name, what is it?
She calls herself Sumi.
That reptilian seems to be doing a pretty good job of human imitation. Makes sense, doesn't it? The Baptismal Bishops are a highly intelligent and fast-evolving kind. There have been legends about this for over 1,000 years now.
Đừng nói là qua lừa dối nha. Trời ơi.
The Bishop people.
Bishop people? Huh. Sounds like the kind of nickname Paimon comes up with all the time.
Well, this one comes from an old Enkanomian legend. When the Baptismal Bishops were defeated, they began evolving to survive. That is to say, they imitated the victors. Eventually, this gave rise to a line of bishops who were indistinguishable from humans except for their pupils. These were the Bishop people. The story goes that they gradually infiltrated Enkanomiya and took over many high-ranking positions. Remind you of anyone?
We did hear that Sumi's pupils are vertical.
Yep. In good lighting, you can see that Reptile's pupils are thin, vertical lines. That's hard evidence that she's betrayed you right there.
But she's been helping us.
Giúp cái con kẹt.
She's just using you to get revenge
Giúp
on
ra
me.
càng lính thôi chứ đâu giúp mình. Nãy giờ tụi mình toàn tự quýnh thôi mà, nó chỉ gợi ý thôi. Đưa ra gợi ý thôi.
I formed an alliance with the bishops. I said I'd plunge all of Enkanomiya into darkness so they could send their elites into the Dainichi Mikoshi and rescue their captive kin. In return, they'd allow the Abyss Order safe passage through their territory and help me rebuild the Three Towers. But they didn't know that the darkness of the Abyss was a terrible poison to elemental beings.
So, they thought you had betrayed them?
I mean, I totally did betray them. To be fair, it'd be pretty humiliating for the Abyss Order if we unleashed the power of the Abyss on them and they were just frolicking around with no side effects.
You are pure evil!
Well, here's where we are now. Once she's done with you, she'll use the power of the Dainichi Mikoshi to suppress the Sangha Coralia and create darkness to protect the bishops. They are probably diving down into the depths to rescue their imprisoned companions as we speak. It won't be long before the source of Blood Branch Coral is completely cut off.
Poor Baptismal Bishops. But still.
If you still want to save what's left to me island, you're gonna have to hurry. You can use the mechanism I left behind to guide the light and dispel the darkness in the
Vẫn
Dainichi
được yếu
Mikoshi.
thua thôi. Không ai tội nghiệp ai
I
hết
don't
á.
believe a single word that comes out of your mouth.
Như để lên chơi trong cái tựa
Come
game
on,
này.
guys. Do you honestly
Có
have
nhiều
another
nhân vật
choice?
gacha cái kiểu đồ.
This
Đó
is
thì
just
những
another
cái game dễ với
fruitless
cái
trip to
bắt
Enkanomiya
nào
for
cũng
me
ra
at
sao.
this point. But
Thương
no
mới thương.
biggie. I'm just a marginal figure in the order.
Chỉ có này mà
Unlike those who are falling over themselves
đợi
to
bên này
serve our
mà điêu
highness,
chơi chắc không
I'm
lại.
interested in more inconsequential things.
10 lên đây hơi khó ạ.
Ooh, yikes, I think I'm all
10
out
không
of
chưa
time
đủ đội
here.
hình được.
I'd better go. I would say, see ya, but I probably won't. Here, I've got a parting gift for you. It's something I picked up at the Dainichi Mikoshi.
Mẹ nó đưa mình mảnh thứ hai nè.
This looks like part of the same set as the one that Kokomi gave us. Wait, now's not the time for that. Oh, Paimon's so angry, he got away again. I can't trust that guy, even if he sounds like he's making sense. So, let's go back to Tsumi and ask her about all this.
Thôi lại. Trời bắt nó ra này. Phèn lắm.
Ready for anything.
Hai phong được thêm bonus thì 10% chạy với giảm thể lực. Ngon hơn nhiều. Hà hồ khám phá map.
Oh no! Sumi's gone! We now, at least no one will have gotten hurt. Even though, just thinking about that guy drives Paimon nuts. It seems we've got no choice but to give what he said a shot.
Ồ.
This must be the mechanism he mentioned. But how do we reach it?
Cái này sao đi lên? À đây đây đây. Này là phải xài mấy con zin gì xiao Kazuha vậy. Ồ, quên venti nữa, có venti nữa.
Is this an answer from this world?
Chạy được, tôi sợ té rồi.
Is this an answer from this world?
Sao đi qua đó ta? À bên đây bên đây. Bị sai rồi. Đây mới đúng.
How does it work? Since it has something to do with light, maybe the Bokuso box should be able to activate it. That's the mechanism, right?
Đi từ từ thôi. Lên đây nó cao, nó không có làm sai là không có làm lại được đâu. Bên đây có cái rương nè.
I'll keep this close. I'll keep this close.
Còn 147 ở dưới sức.
Oh, that's where the mechanism is.
A reward on the road. I'll keep this close.
Xem pháo hoa đẹp ghê ạ. Thế.
Shocked. It actually worked. For once, he didn't lie to us. Well, maybe with his sneaky way of explaining things, he doesn't have to. Why does Paimon feel like you two have reached some sort of mutual understanding? The Dainichi Mikoshi should be accessible again now. Let's get down there and see.
Cái gì cũng vô đây, vô đây quýnh lộn thôi, nạp năng lượng chưa. Thế xong rồi, tôi chơi hết tiền vinh luôn rồi. Cây lên là 15 rương lụm sạch rồi. Giờ đi làm mấy cái rương nó gợi ý nó hơi thì xong. Khỏe.
To write this thing down.
Nhìn chỗ này đâu có gì đòi khác rồi nha. Có cái hồ nước với hai con rồng nó vật.
And dangerous ones by the looks of it. Guess they're the elites, huh? Still no sign of Tsumi, though.
Beg for mercy.
Bận thế chân trừ nguyên tố à. Thể ghét con rồng này cực kỳ luôn.
Illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. Barbados, guide us. Shine down. Crush. Rack and ruin. More speed.
Ê, đi con có vô hồi sinh nữa, phải giết 2 con cùng lúc. Dùng cái hộp để sao để ngăn con này vô, không vô trạng thái nó điên. Trạng thái mật màu đen chó điên lên.
Beg for mercy. Shudder.
Em đứng trên đây sao tôi biết bé mà cay đéo cho em khó chịu.
Wind, hear me. There is no escape.
À chặt cái này. Em la đâu, em la đâu.
Beg for mercy. Shudder. Beg for mercy.
Sao mình làm sắp chết đời. Ồ mà chết thiệt mà. Thì ra như thế, phải
After
đánh
a
gãy cái
careful
cột.
head count, it seems like the baby bishops aren't here anymore.
Dạ, leo lên đó khó chịu rồi
Guess
chứ.
they got rescued.
Tại bình thường quýnh á là quýnh của sông con đó phải không? Là con kia tự động bay xuống. Con này nó
That
khác.
guy was telling the truth. So, Sumi really is a bishop person? But we still haven't seen her anywhere. Where the heck is she? Whatever. Let's head back up. It's Sumi! What is she doing in front of the Dainichi Mikoshi?
Chờ bị đập.
Since you came back, I'm curious to know. Did our rescue operation succeed?
Some baby bishops were rescued before we got there, but the old and weak bishops went back in the water to hide after we defeated the elites. Sumi, are you really a bishop person?
I have no intention of explaining anything. Although I can communicate with you, I know all too well that interaction with humans can only end in betrayal. The conflict between our two kinds will go on forever.
Ủa nhưng mà nó phản bội tôi trước mà.
I'm going to
Tại giờ nó nói là
destroy
giao
this
tiếp của con người
light.
sẽ bị phản bội.
Do not come any closer, and don't even think about trying to sneak up on me. This tower seems to hear my wishes. I just need to think the thought and it will change its brightness. And if I so desire, it will collapse before me. With the cognitive equivalent of a click of the fingers, I could destroy this source of great pain for the bishops. So why can't I do it?
Oh no. This is way more serious than losing access to the Blood Branch Coral. What are we gonna do?
It's...
It's a pendant in the shape of... Are those 3 entwined snakes?
This pendant has been with me for as long as I can remember. Why does it fit with your 2 pieces? Don't be ridiculous. Are you trying to say that I...
Paimon doesn't understand. This one is Kokumi's, this one is from the Dainichi Mikoshi, and Sumi's has been with her all along.
I grew up with the bishops. My only possessions were this pendant and a few boxes of books. I learned human language and writing from them. But not long after that, Enkonomiya was left without a single human being. It became completely empty. Only recently did I finally have the chance to make contact with humans and learn what the things I'd read in the books really meant.
Sumi?
There's a saying in your human books that I never understood until right now. People belong where they are born, but creatures belong where they are fed. I am a bishop, not a human. So I'm going back to where I belong. I guess the Dainichi Mikoshi isn't my concern. But we'll be back one day.
Sumi is gone. Why did she suddenly change her mind in the end? Right! Kokomi will have definitely anticipated this possibility. That would be why she gave us the pendant fragment in the first place. Everything's resolved here. Let's go back and tell her.
You're back! The soldiers briefed me about what happened. You successfully worked with a shrine maiden named Tsumi to clear the darkness, but then there was an unexpected change at the Dainichi Mikoshi. Is that so?
Yeah, that's right. But after that is where things started to get all kinds of weird.
Really?
Sorry, Kokomi. Paimon feels kind of bad that we ended up giving your pendant away.
There's no need to apologize. As I said, Watatsumi Island has no further need for it. It's a relic from back in the very beginning when the Watatsumi Omikami reorganized the court and reformed Enkanomiya. The 3 pendants were given to the Dainichi Mikoshi, the Sangonomiya line, and the vassals of Watatsumi. The original intention was that the common folk, the officials, and the divine vassals would all hold each other accountable. But today, only the common folk have flourished while the other 2 bloodlines have declined.
Hoặc định thân của gia tộc. Trời ơi, tưởng cái gì?
Funny you should say vassals. One of the soldiers seemed to think that Tsumi was one of those. But actually, her vertical pupils meant that she was a reptile. She fooled us all.
That's not true. Vassals of Watatsumi typically take on a half-human, half-snake form, symbolizing that they are the familiars of our serpent god. At least, they used to. Over time, the vassals gradually became identical to humans, all except for the pupils of their eyes. But bishop people and reptilians, they're pure fiction. There is no evidence for their existence anywhere among Sangonomiya's classified documents.
Oh, so Tsumi isn't actually a bishop?
The Watatsumi Omikami exhausted its power to create Watatsumi Island, and after that, it grew weaker and weaker. No more vassals of Watatsumi were born after that. But the records do mention the
Vậy không
very
chơi cô độc
last
lừa
of
nhỏ
the
này rồi.
vassals.
Lừa nhỏ quá
All
chung bây
our
giờ.
hopes were placed onto her. She was going to be the one who could communicate between the bishops and the humans. But when she was just an infant girl, she and her guardian shrine maiden were attacked by bishops at the border of Enkanomiya. Her whereabouts have been unknown ever since. Most believe she died that day, but some believe she was raised by the bishops. The people of Watatsumi owe a great debt of gratitude to the vassals of Watatsumi. Now that the bishops and Watatsumi Islanders no longer have a territorial dispute, I sincerely hope that she will find her way to where she belongs. Wherever that is for her.
What a story.
Still, now that we know how Blood Branch Coral works, I, as Divine Priestess of Sangonomiya, may need to think of a new way to counteract the Holy Soil phenomenon. For the time being, however, the issue is resolved, and all thanks to you. Watatsumi Island will be at peace for many decades to come. I can't thank you enough.
Thế rồi. Hết rồi. Vậy đợi ngày mai còn có gì không? Rồi video đến đây rồi, cảm ơn anh em theo dõi nha. Hẹn gặp lại anh em những video sau. Đừng quên bấm đăng ký và like. Cái đó ủng hộ tôi nhiều lắm đó.